The reality is life in Somalia is hard. Life in Somalia is difficult. Life in Somalia is frustrating. And that is why a lot of Somalians do not want to leave America. That is why once they deport them, they start crying because they know where they are going to. Life in Somalia is trenches. That is the reality. Honestly. And you can now see how bragging. The second clip I played, the guy was literally saying, oh, Somalia is gold. And you are still fighting to stay in America. And you are still fighting not to let this particular thing that is not gold just go. Is a whole lot. But anyways, we are going to be diving deep so that you guys can listen with your ears and also see with your eyes why a lot of Somalians do not want to go back home, do not want to go back to Somalia, do not want to even hear anything or have anything to do. It was just a whole lot of back and forth. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. And guys, this is just for educational purpose. I stand a chance to be corrected. Feel free to correct me in the comment section. And for disclaimers, this is literally for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's go in and check more videos on why Somalians do not want to go back to Somalia. They do not want to leave America. Let's go watch.
Before I live in Somalia, there's a lot of factors that I do not like in Somalia. First of all, every house does not have any backyard. Means we live on a tiny house, tiny apartment. Like the whole family contains 8 persons, has 1 bedroom, 1 bedroom, and 1 living room, and 1 bathroom. I don't understand why. We are all bored.
I am from Somalia. And Trump said Somalia. Somalia is garbage. It's not garbage, it's gold.
Then go back. I don't understand what it is with these people. If I live in a country that I'm like, it's gold, I'm never leaving. Go back. Just go home and take your shitty food with you.
My goodness, guys. Oh my God. Whoa. The drought situation in the country is extreme, you guys. Oh my goodness. You guys need to come through for these people. Oh my God.
عبنا مرة بعد الحمد لله قدام بنسك كرسنا نكي طبعا شيلين هيري كرم عوا سكوبرنا نكي كلام ما بهاي وريك سنسا سكر طلي سبلا حقت غاضا طبعا شيلين ممكن له أبيل كرسلا.
It's tough, you know.
ilmaha waa naga xanuunsan yihiin meeshaan waxaa sidii u imaanay waxaa jirta 10 gabdhood oo umala ah waa hatta uji waxay ku soo gurtaan ay weeyaan.
What did she say?
Since we came here, almost 10 mothers have delivered here, and they could not even purchase for porridge.
haddaad barga ilaahayna kulmi hoos noo imaadeen oodna soo booqateen dhibaanna haaye ilaaha naga dhacsan kare ilaahan baryaynaa oo idin gargala inaan musaacido noo kintiinood allayna sid noogu soo booqateen noogu imaadiin noo nooleysiin aan ka tawanan.
They are happy that actually they've been praying to Allah to alleviate their situation. And if we have come here through Allah's permission, let us see how we can help them to make their pain less painful. Because the situation which they're going through right now is extremely tough.
She's saying we have nothing at all to feed the kids. We are only relying with relatives or our families. We share meals with them, and we wait from Allah.
I've never felt this emotional ever in my life. Oh my goodness. You guys, the drought situation in Nigeria is extreme. People over here have not eaten for like, I don't know, for like 2 months. Imagine 2 whole months people have not eaten. They're just depending on water, and this is what I was told they're eating. They boil these trees and they eat that and water. Oh my God. We have 400 households over here, and all of them, they just depend on like maybe 1 meal a day. That is if someone finds something. and they all share. Like imagine someone gets 10 shillings. That's what they told us. If one household gets 10 shillings, they all like share that 10 shillings, buy something that can feed all of them. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Yani. And the thing in me amazes even more is the faith that these people have in Allah. Oh my God. These people, they have the most faith I've ever seen. All of them are like, thank you for coming. If you're gonna help us because of Allah, please help us. But we only expect help from Allah. Oh my God. Wow. This trip has been an eye-opener for me.
Someone asked me why I'm making it seem like I cannot go back to Somalia. Well, the only thing I can say to that is, as someone with a psychology degree, and you don't have to have a psychology degree to know this, but some people may not know this, that there is something called generational trauma. Just like we inherit our DNA from our parents, we also inherit their fears and traumas as well. So there are things like trauma that can be passed down from one generation to another. So I have a fear of going back to Somalia without ever having seen it, unfortunately. But I love my country and I would love to go see it. I would love to go touch the sand, smell the air, conversate with the people, and eat its fruits. But life is step by step, and I would love to start with baby steps. I would love to visit Jigjiga, and I would love to go to Garowe. I would also love to go visit Hargeisa and Borama and stay in Dar es Salaam, that's in Mogadishu. But yeah, baby steps, until I get to Hamar, inshallah. But yeah, no, that's it. And generational trauma is real, you guys. Wallahi, it is real. And even though I can just pick up my passport and book a ticket and fly to Somalia right now, it's just not that easy. It's really not that easy. And I hope that some people can really understand it. I would love to start with baby steps. And if you guys want to hear my mom's Civil War stories, I can definitely make some videos about that as well. Anyways, until next time, bye. Inshallah, if you're in Somalia, I hope to see you in Somalia one day. Bye.
We are staying here and we are not going anywhere. Why? Because we are a taxpayer, we are citizens, we are legal residents, we are contributors, we are consumers, we serve our military, we serve our law enforcement, we serve our medical facilities in the United States, we serve our education system, we serve in any blue-collar jobs in America. So we are in every single industry in America, we are in it. Because of that, we are part of the society, and to select a certain community is un-American. So we're staying here and we're not going anywhere, right? Assalamu alaikum.
You're not mad sometimes, bro. Like, sometimes I be comparing Somalia to other countries, and I just be getting mad as hell, bro. Like, why can't I move to Somalia? Why do I have to move to, like, Qatar or Oman or, like, an Arab country to seek stability and good infrastructure? What is holding Somalis back?
Here's what it will take for Somalia to lock in, and for the diasporas to say, I'm going home. Number one, securities in big cities, all right? They shouldn't be a worry of certain rebellious groups roaming around in that city like that. Number two, the government, court system, police, the overall institution should be neutral from tribe, neutral from religion. What? Yes. The moment someone can go to court without thinking about their tribe, yeah, the diasporas are going to start investing. Shit like that. And religion should be at a personal level. That's literally what every majority Muslim countries do already, right? They got secular system locked in. And when it comes to the Sharia law, it's just at a personal level, right? Marriage, divorce, inheritance. Let's do the same thing. Let's follow success. Yeah, cultural shift. No more tribe stuff. Literal cultural shift away from tribe. That's it. W. Somalia will be W. right? Diasporas will be calling. They're going, booking tickets. Let's go back home. That's right. I'm dreaming, but I like my dream. Eesh. What's your thoughts on this though?
Somalia is in the grip of another drought. Families with nothing left at home are fleeing to camps like this in the capital, Mogadishu. Many say hunger is only part of their struggle. They are also escaping fighting in their villages. Kadra Hussein Ibrahim is still mourning her 2-year-old son. She says he died 3 months ago because she couldn't get enough food for him. She once relied on aid agencies, but international funding cuts means she now gets nothing.
I'm worried about my children. I don't have enough food to give them. My husband is dead. I worry about their future. I can't even eat. They are my priority.
Across Somalia, 2 million people live in displacement camps. More arrive in Mogadishu every day, searching for food and safety. The government has declared drought in several regions. Rains have failed yet again, and 4.6 million people need food assistance.
Somalia is a failed state. That is one of the most common comments that I found in my last video, one of my last videos, where I was talking about all the good qualities that Somalia have. And I'm like, what? What a state has to do with the people? What a government has to do with the people? That is driving me just nuts. It doesn't make any sense. So you mean Somali don't have these all good qualities? And also, important note, I want to educate you, because either you are ignorant, uneducated, or naive. So I want to educate you here, a bit of history. Do you know how many countries they try to get Somalia? So many. Do you know why? Because Somalia is rich. It's a rich country. We are sitting on a petrol that is equivalent to Saudi Arabia, the Gulf, that can be equally rich, can be the new Dubai, like tomorrow. But the issue is that Somalia is not bending down to the rules of Western countries. They don't, and they kept trying, to get them. The only weakness they have, so if you cannot get a country from the outside, get the country within. Let them fight, and they will win. The external countries will win, and they understood that. Somalia, the only weakness they have is the tribalism and the people fighting north and south. That's the only thing. And the external countries know, they know that. So that's why it's a so-called failed state. Only because of that. But that doesn't mean that people are not generous, kind, and loyal, friends, and good Muslims. I mean, what? Are you really kidding me? But also I want to know from the ones that are saying Somalia are not open to interracial marriages. Even the same Somali, I want to know which other community is so open as you guys. I don't find any other communities that is so open. I don't. Because South Asians, like, I don't know, even Bengalis, Pakistani, no, they're not open. They're not that open at all. Arabs from the Gulf, even less. And the so-called Arabs, I call them North Africans. kind of, but not as Somali. So if you have any other community that is as open as you, or as more open than Somali, just let me know in the comments. I want to educate myself in this case. I think Somali is one of the most open when it comes to interracial marriages.
Someone explain to me why Somaliland existing is bad. It looks like they have fair elections. They're really a stable government, and Somalia really can't govern. We know that Somalia is considered a failed state. So I really don't understand what's the problem with people being like, hey, this is a failed state. We're actually doing our job. We want to be alone. You guys rock out over there, we rock out over here. Because I genuinely don't get it, and I've been following it for a while. And I only see it because I saw that Israel recognized Somaliland, and Somaliland.
Allah.
What?
You Halima. Baby.
My name's actually Fatima, but okay.
Fatima, yeah. You rocking out.
Okay, what? I was adopted by Swedish. I'm not adopted, but I live in a different family.
Yeah, this is the problem of our culture, all right? We rush to police behavior, right? Talking about your clothes, your religion, smoking, you name it. Sheesh. Before addressing the story behind it, before addressing the wounds. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why the Somalis in the diaspora, they have two identities because of this, right? One, to experience, the Western life and how they're growing up, etc. Because their parents don't understand that, right? And the other one is when they're in front of their parents, so they don't get policed like this.
Nothing.
This gentleman didn't even care what she've gone through Didn't even care her backstory. He just judged. And look at the end of what he said. Nothing about his approach in this conversation was place of genuine. It was just to judge you. And then he always at the end, Tuf wa ana awaysim. Sheesh. And here you are talking about religion. You wanted to provide her religious advice. And look what you did. Damn, bro. You think this person now is going to be more religious? Right? You think this person is going to have more love for the Somali culture? No. Yeah, the way you handle that, bro, not cool. Respect, bro. From Hassan, respect. Sheesh.
Being a child in an African household is not for the weak, generally. But being a child in a Somali household, and especially a daughter, oh my God. I posted a video of this 9-year-old who was talking about how no other 9-year-old compares to her because she does all these things. And she's talking about household chores, something she's not supposed to do. A 9-year-old is supposed to be outside playing with kids. But she's there doing the responsibilities of her parents. And the worst part is how growing up we are brainwashed and manipulated and made to believe that being the best child is doing the most chores at home. Kids cooking at the age of 6 and 5, 7, taking full-blown household responsibility at the age of 10 is very normal. And they will praise you and call you all these names like that's why you're doing all this. No, you are abusing your child. You're denying your child the right to be a child. And one thing I normally say is most parents don't deserve to be parents. Literally. And I say so because when you hear most Somali parents, or most African parents, I'll speak for the Somali community, right? Giving you reasons why people get married and have children, your heart will be broken. You'll be so disappointed. You'll be disgusted, absolutely. So there's this time I was talking to this person, an elderly person, and the reason as to why they have kids, and he was like, that's an investment. My jaw was on the floor. I could not pick it up. I don't know. And them telling you the sole reason for marriage is to give birth to as many children as possible, and you would see them actually doing that immediately they get married. You would see them within the first year they already are pregnant and taking no breaks. It's like it's a competition, and there is awards for giving birth to the most kids, while majority of them don't even give these kids the bare minimum a parent should be giving. And as they continue to discuss the stupidity they discuss about how you're supposed to get married, you see how dehumanizing it is to be a woman in these communities. I mean, you're just a baby bank. You're just a baby making machine. All you do all year in, out is just pop babies. And when you can't anymore, they would go for someone else, do the same thing. Mind you, they are not involved in the process. They won't even help the pregnant woman. Yet the kids will carry the name of that bastard who barely did anything. Wow.
The decision the Somaliland government has made, first with UAE and also with the Zionist regime, it trivializes the pain and suffering of our families in the 90s. It trivializes the destruction of Somaliland. It trivializes the loss of so many lives up in the north. Yes, Somaliland has suffered. Yes, the people of the north have suffered. Okay, does that mean that you go and make a deal with Shaitan himself? No, it's like literally the encapsulation of, or the fulfillment of the ayah, أَتَشْتَرُونَ بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. Are you going to buy? You're going to buy and sell ourselves and our hereafter and our land and the generation of our people, the future generation of our people and of our land for something so small, which is a recognition. I pray that Somaliland never gets recognized. I pray that that never happens, because the way in which our elders are moving guarantees, first of all, that the Zionist regime is going to build a military base in Berbera. They build a military base in Berbera. What they did to Palestine, what they did to Gaza a couple of days ago is going to happen to us. What's going to happen to our people? We're going to just be militarily occupied by the Zionists. That's it. It's like, why is it that they're so short-sighted in their decision-making? Why are they short-sighted in their politics? Why? Why? Who is in charge of Somaliland? Who is in charge? Because I'm not going to lie to you, I think I'm going to have to commit a crime. Allah forgive me, but Astaghfirullah al-Azim. What are they doing? Oh my God, I feel like there's so much that's happened to the Somali people as a collective in the last several months. I had to just take hijrah and take some time off. Oh my God, Somaliland, my heart, my people, my land, my home. How can they make a decision like this? I've never been... You know, part of our test as people is we get separated into groups. You know, it becomes apparent who lives by their values versus who doesn't. Like that UAE billionaire, I think his name is Sultan bin Sulaiman, who was with Epstein, who's doing stuff to little kids and torturing people. He's the one who owns the port in Berbera. I think it's called Dubai Port or DP World. He owns that. And he's best friends with Epstein. Allah yal'anu, Allah yal'anu, Allah yal'anu, Allah yal'anu, Allah yal'anu. Oh my God. He reminds me of إن قارون كان من قوم موسى فبغى عليه. It reminds me of that.
Somalians have been ripping off America for years and you're just finding out about it. This is the problem with wide open borders and no wall and no border security. This is why the left use our deranged. Because if you like this, okay, you're seeing it in black and white. This is not a Republican or Democrat issue. This is something that you're seeing in black and white in real time. Are you guys going to change your stance now? So great job, Nick Shirley, because we need more people like you. And if your takeaway from all of this, well, America's system are just screwed. You're the problem.
A few people have reached out and asked me, why are there not a lot of Somalis out protesting? I just want everyone to know that many of our Somali community that reside in Minnesota, including myself, have experienced trauma through fleeing the Civil War. So while I was very young when the Civil War happened, my body remembers. So I do not go to large gatherings where there's a lot of noise because my body remembers and I don't feel safe. To everyone who is out there, thank you so much for caring for humanity. Thank you so much for speaking up. Our humanity is tied to one another. When one group is targeted, we all are targeted. And to anyone who may not know a Somali or may believe what is being shared widely in the news, please know that Somalis came to America in search of safety and a better life. We are law-abiding and we have worked really hard. We contribute to our great state. We are not criminals. We are a diverse community. Thank you so much for standing with us. We appreciate you. We love you. We will get through this together.
Don't get this. Kenya's announced visa-free entry for all African countries except for two. The two countries being Libya and Somalia. The reason being due to security threats. Like, I don't get it at all. Literally, most of Africa, yeah, is in some sort of instability, war-torn or humanitarian crisis type situation. Now, whether it was made by them, caused by them, is a different story. Regardless, in Nigeria, you got Boko Haram kidnapping school kids in that during half-term. In Ethiopia, they're going through famines and alleged G-sides and that. Literally, Sudan is in a civil war right now. In Burkina Faso, Mali and Nigeria, they got T groups causing harm and stuff like, bro, like, so to be banning Somalia for security issues, it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, this guy is not a threat, fam, literally. He's way safer than Boko Haram. He's much safer than quite a few people who you're giving visa-free access to your country, bro. It's ridiculous, fam. Ridiculous and hypocritical. We need some justice for Somalia, fam.
But most of us are afraid we're about to lose our home. Not because we're going to get kicked out, because again, most of us are American citizens, but because when we look at America, we're seeing it slowly dismantle into something that is not recognizable, that America is losing its Americanness, right? Not in the same way that MAGA says it. No. But because, like, it is just slowly becoming something that we don't recognize it to be America, right?
So that video is simultaneously enraging and hilarious. That is Nadia Mohammed. She is the youngest Muslim mayor in the country. She's born in Somalia, and she is the mayor of St. Louis Park, Minnesota. I mean, I get it. Her version of American is people like me not saying a damn thing as Islam takes over our cities. People who are related to founding fathers. People whose families helped found this country. People whose families have fought in every war. And we've been trained to think if you say that, you're the bad guy. You're the racist. You're the nationalist. Not, hey, you know what? It's a normal level of concern to wonder why the Council on American Islamic Relations in Minnesota and their state AG, who also happens to be a Muslim, Keith Ellison, seem to be in on this storming of the church. Why that group organized a mob just the day before that to attack Somali fraud protesters. A normal level of concern to wonder why there's so much Somali fraud. And I'm not even trying to be mean. Somebody told this woman and her family that this is the land of opportunity when they got here. They didn't tell them that if you commit massive amounts of fraud in your community, that eventually there's going to be some blowback from the rest of the citizens of the country. So yeah, Nadia Mohammed, mayor of an entire city in my country. Things may seem a little less welcoming these days, but maybe you guys should start leering exactly why that is. Again, I'm not even trying to sound mean, but I don't exactly go around Mogadishu telling them that they're losing their Somaliness, you know what I mean?
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and that is literally all I got for this video. And to be honest with you guys, a lot of people, a lot of Somalians do not want to even hear that name called Somalia. It is just few that even knew that even when they are bragging out of nothing that will literally still be making mouth. Do you get? And let me tell you something, guys. If you check from the other clips that I wrote out, it is not just only about the fact that Somalia is a suffering country. It is what their parents also have to make a lot of them go through, especially the girl child. Now, let it make sense to me that a girl that is of 10 years of age is capable of carrying the whole family burden, where you can literally see a 20 years, 35 years old man sitting down pretty and waiting for this girl to cook food, do house chores, do other things, making these ladies, these children to lose their mental health, making them to lose their rights, making them to look useless just because you have to prove that you are a woman. You can hear from the story where this lady share, where she literally tell you that from the age of 5, 6, you're already in the kitchen cooking. For crying out loud, what can the age of 5 and 6 do in the kitchen? Look at other clips that I played as well, where you see a lot of people homeless. You see a lot of women with children. In a suffering countries like this, you can see when that man was doing an interview, the lady said, just this moment that you guys are here, over 10 women has given birth. So the job there is reproduction. And if you check the life of these women that have literally given birth, honestly, they are children. A lot of these women that looked aged, as you guys are seeing in this video, if you ask them their age, I can tell you for a whole fact that a lot of us are their seniors. But because of what they have to go through, because of what the trauma the society has made them go through, they're not becoming more older than what they are supposed to look like. They're not becoming more aged than what they are supposed to look like. All in the name of, I am a Somalian. I have a child of 15 years old, and I can tell you for a whole fact that I don't put all the responsibilities of our chores on her. Because I was not brought up that way. So it is crazy to deal with what is happening in Somalia. And that is why you find out that once you deport a lot of them, they know where they are going to. They know they are going to trenches. They know they are going to be encountering either one thing or the other. They know that that place they are coming is not making sense. But now what I'm not saying is, for people that love Somalians so much, that want to be in Somalia, that keep shouting, screaming, oh, Somalian is great, is a great country, nothing American have to offer, nothing any other country have to offer, why not stay in Somalia and build Somalia? Why not build Somalia in your country? Why not put all your investment, your hard work? Because if you hear from one of the clips that I played, where this man was literally claiming that they are not going to leave America because they pay taxes, because they build, because they do collar jobs, because he was just naming a lot of things that, as far as I'm concerned, if you think it is that easy for your country, go and do it and pay taxes there. Even from the get I played, you can see there is no job opportunity. So when it comes to job opportunity, it's not every single African is suffering it, but Somalian is suffering it more. When it comes to childbearing at a young age, Somalians, they are suffering it more. And a lot of time you keep them seeing them throwing videos saying, oh, why do people hate us so much? Why is Somalia being talked so much? Oh, Somalians are not celebrity because they're being. It is because instead of the good thing, they contribute more hardship. From most of the videos I played, I didn't say it. People that said it in this video, they are Somalians. They are Somalians. They are people that have experienced life. They are people that have seen what has literally gone through their childhood trauma, east, west, north, and south. It is only in Somalia that if you do not wear or cover up very well, you are going to be judged. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. Honestly, I pray and I wish a lot of them that really knows their hard work should go back, fall back to their country, try their possible best to build their country, do the hard work they are always claiming about, do the white collar job they are always claiming about, and just leave America alone. Yes. Because if Trump decided to deport them to Nigeria, we are gonna protect. We're already dealing with a lot in our own country. It's a lot to deal with as a Nigerian. We know what you're facing every day. Is it from kidnapping? Is it a lot? Boko Haram? If you guys will not be will be familiar with all of these things. So we can now add extra burden of people that are literally known as scammers as well, and to this country. It's gonna be a whole lot for us. We're gonna protest. So they should better go back to their country, or Americans should know what to do with them. That's just the honest truth. But Somalians, it is time for you people as well to help yourself. Instead of always running, wanting to stay in another man's country. For how long? The time will come when none of this country will be needing you people. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do it. Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comment, and lastly, do not forget to share. And thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me to the end of this video. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I like I say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye. I'll see you guys in my next one. This is just for educational purpose, so feel free to correct me in the comment section. I love you guys. Mwah.